coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
A single tweet is stirring new controversy at Mizzou Athletics. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jem Marie.
And I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us. KOMU 8's Claire Bradshaw has been gathering reaction to the tweet and joins us now in the studio with what she found.
Mizzou Athletics' tweet did not sit well with some who saw it. The original tweet was a part of the NCAA's inclusion campaign. It showed 4 pictures, 2 of African-American students involved with the department. The pictures said, "I am an African-American woman and I value equality." The other 2 pictures were of white athletes, which spoke about future careers. The account later deleted the tweet and issued this apology, quote, "Earlier we made a mistake when we posted a graphic about our student athletes. We apologize. Our intent was to provide personal information about our students, but we failed. We listened and removed the post. This video better represents our intent to celebrate our diversity." One student told me the apology video isn't enough. He said diversity is more than just race. It's about people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, religions, and more. He said Mizzou Athletics' tweet was careless.
I think it was one of those things where you're disappointed, but you're not surprised. Showed, I think, a lack of care for actual diversity and inclusion efforts that we strive for at the University of Missouri as well.
An MU Strategic Communications professor, Cynthia Frisbee, says this incident is something the university should learn from as a whole. Here are some reactions to the tweet. One person tweeted she was surprised this was approved for social media. Others brought up the university's past protests, questioning how the university has not learned about diversity. MU spokesperson Christian Basie told me the university backs Mizzou Athletics' apology. In the studio, Claire Bradshaw, KOMU 8 News.
It's colder today as expected. Cloudy too. Temperatures in the middle 40s right now. 46 in Columbia, 47 down in Jefferson City. Montgomery City, you're at 48 degrees right now. You can see we are about 20 to 25 degrees colder than we were this time yesterday. Check out areas down here towards Texas. They're around 40 degrees colder. And not only that, they also have snowfall in the Panhandle, and it's dumping about 1 inch per hour. Heavy snowfall there. Meanwhile, all this rainfall over here in Oklahoma, that's heading our direction. It's going to be here this evening. Let's track that here hour by hour. By about 7 p.m. It is here in mid-Missouri, and that's going to continue for us. Just light showers expected for the most part, and then it should be pushed down to the south as we head towards sunrise. Could have some fog out there, though. Now, we do have more rain chances this weekend, and a big cool down ahead in the forecast coming up.
Okay, thanks, Kenton. School counselors across Missouri are often spread too thin, serving more students than they may be able to handle. But the State Board of Education is trying to change that. KOMU 8's Michael Van Scoik joins us now in the studio to tell us what steps the board is taking.
The average Missouri school counselor serves nearly 347 students, but the State Board of Education is looking to change its ratio requirement and recommendation. The state school board seeks to adjust the ratio to 1 counselor per 250 students. An MU associate professor in the Department of Education says this would give counselors more time to deal with many of the larger issues they face.
There are some serious mental health issues in schools. We have significant violence, not just school shooting tragedies, but kids being violent towards one another in school buildings. We have an increase in suicide ideation, suicidal attempts.
Slayton said this will not only be a win-win for the students, but also the counselors themselves. More counselors could decrease their job stress and increase their job performance. In the studio, Michael Van Scoik, KOMU 8 News.
A lawsuit filed against the Missouri House of Representatives claims the legislature is violating the Constitution. The Sunshine and Government Accountability Project filed the suit claiming House Rule 127, which was passed in January, goes against the state's Sunshine Law. That law allows the public to request records, including those related to government activity. An attorney who filed the lawsuit says state government is not above the law. The House has 30 days to file an answer to that lawsuit.
National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day is this Saturday. Not only can you dispose of old prescription medicine, but you can now get rid of your electronic cigarettes. For the first time, the DEA says it will accept vaping devices and cartridges. 2 drop-off centers in Columbia will be open tomorrow, one at Harry S. Truman VA Hospital and another at the MU Student Center. The number of vaping-related lung injuries just continues to climb. The latest numbers from the CDC say more than 1,000 confirmed and probable cases are now reported in 49 states, as well as Washington, D.C. and the U.S. Virgin Islands. That is an increase of 125 cases from last week. So far, at least 34 people have died. Alaska is the only state without any confirmed cases.
Here's what's happening right now. There is a power outage in Boonville. It happened about 3 this afternoon. Ameren says the outage is the result of wire damage. They hope to have the power back on by about 5:30. Special agents with Homeland Security raided a Nebraska manufacturing plant today. It happened in the small community of Madison, which is about 100 miles from Omaha. 14 undocumented workers were arrested on immigration violations. They will remain in ICE custody pending the outcome of their immigration cases. D&D Industries builds pallets and skids for commercial use.
Some Southern California residents are under mandatory evacuation orders as flames scorch 75 acres. The old water fire started just after 2 this morning. Multiple fire crews are using heavy machinery and air support to battle these flames. So far, the fire is 0% contained. A portion of one highway in the area is closed as firefighters work. Fire officials don't know yet what sparked it. Mississippi has opened its first ever LGBTQ medical care clinic. It's part of the University of Mississippi Medical Center. The center opened a mental health facility for the local LGBTQ community 4 years ago. But activists said it was time to care for physical needs of this community as well. The state director for Human Rights Campaign of Mississippi says sometimes discussing personal health problems can be uncomfortable for people in this community. The clinic offers wellness visits, hormone treatments, gender affirmative medicine, STD treatments, and more.
Democratic Maryland Representative Elijah Cummings laid in state today at the U.S. Capitol. He died last week at the age of 68. A formal memorial service was held this morning for members of Congress. The public paid its respects this afternoon. His funeral will be held tomorrow in Baltimore.
Coming up, no testimony today in the impeachment inquiry, but that doesn't mean lawmakers on both sides aren't trying to solidify their next move.
The number of 2020 presidential candidates is a bit smaller who dropped out of the race after the break.
More rain rolls in tonight. We're mainly dry tomorrow, then more rain on Saturday, dry again on Sunday, and then next week, a big chill is on the way. Tracking it in my first alert forecast coming up.
And you're taking a live look over the Lake of the Ozarks on this Thursday afternoon. This is KOMU 8 News, first at 5. Coverage you can count on.
It's Bed and Breakfast Week on Wheel, so make yourself at home.
A thing is the category. Good luck.
A good night's sleep.
Yes.
Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU 8.
Restoration Eye Care presents the 4th annual Casino Night, benefiting Welcome Home. Friday, November 1st in the Kimball Ballroom on the Stevens College campus. Buy tickets and donate online at welcomeveterans.org.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
Nothing but the best. Do you want to drive the best? The all-new 2019 Mercedes-Benz A-Class sedan, starting at $32,500. It listens to you, anticipates your needs, fulfills your requests with natural voice recognition. A is for attention-getting, and that's what you'll get at Mercedes-Benz of Columbia. We want your business. 1710 I-70 Drive Southwest. Distinctively different. Drewing Automotive.
Are you suffering from neuropathy symptoms, numbness, tingling, burning, or that pins and needles feeling in your arms or legs? If so, then call Lord X Spine Center to learn more about a new treatment that many are calling the first major breakthrough for effectively treating neuropathy in years. We can often help patients who have failed with other treatments, and we accept most major insurances, including Medicare. So pick up the phone and see if you're a candidate for this new approach to treating neuropathy symptoms. It could be the solution that changes your life.
Dear Max, Bear, Spike, Daisy, Buster, and Pork Chop. Let's go to the dog park, swimming, hiking, out for treats, and to sleep. Hugs, Highlander.
Lease a new 2019 Highlander for $299 per month or get $2,500 customer cash on Highlander. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by Harper Evans Wade in Nettermeyer, the official law firm sponsor of Mizzou Athletics.
The number of Democratic presidential candidates is smaller. Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan ended his long-shot campaign today. Ryan struggled to find a place in the crowded Democratic field. He did not qualify for the last two debates. He focused his candidacy on economic issues facing workers. He instead will seek re-election in his Northeast Ohio House seat.
I'm announcing today that I am withdrawing from the presidential campaign. After 7 long months of hard work, I'll be returning home to my family and friends and community in Ohio to run for re-election for my congressional seat.
He finished the most recent quarter with $160,000 and saw several staffers leave the campaign. Turkish forces attacked both Kurdish and Syrian government forces today. This comes despite the ceasefire declared by Turkey, Syria, the Kurds, and the U.S. The Kurds say Turkey attacked 3 villages. Russia disagreed, saying the ceasefire is going ahead peacefully. The Turkish military didn't respond, but said on its website 5 of its soldiers were hurt in the attack.
No testimony today in the impeachment inquiry. Republicans are now taking this chance to formally object to the closed-door process, while Democrats prepare to move to the next phase. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Republicans and Democrats standing side by side in the Capitol to honor the passing of their longtime colleague, Representative Elijah Cummings. That moment of shared reflection hitting pause in the impeachment inquiry that Cummings helped lead, with no testimony set today. But the investigation is driving forward, with public hearings expected in a matter of weeks after a recent string of witnesses has offered evidence pointing to a quid pro quo in Ukraine.
It's always been the plan, of course, to have public hearings and to do this work in a very public fashion.
House Democrats say they've held their initial fact-finding in private because there's no special prosecutor to run this phase as in past impeachment cases. But after President Trump called on Republicans to back him up,
the Republicans have to get tougher and fight.
His party is fired up. Senator Lindsey Graham introducing a resolution today slamming the inquiry as illegitimate and unfair.
We believe that a lot of people want to get Trump and they don't give a damn about how they get him. I'm not telling you what he did or didn't do. I'm telling you what they're doing in the House is dangerous for the country.
Yesterday, House Republicans barged into a secure hearing room, demanding an open process and delaying a top Pentagon official's testimony for 5 hours, earning praise from President Trump. Many of the protesting Republicans sit on the committees running the investigation and have had the chance to ask questions themselves.
When the Republicans talk about these secret hearings, I laugh because 47 Republicans have the opportunity to be in the room.
Americans will soon have the chance to decide for themselves when the hearings go public. Alice Barr, NBC News, Washington.
The inquiry is set to resume on Saturday with the deposition of another career diplomat.
More rain is on the way out of Oklahoma. That's here this evening. Tracking that more rain this weekend and a big chill ahead coming up.
Car buying should be quick, transparent, and easy. Hi, I'm Eric Olson from Joe Mockins Nissan. And during October, we have made it as easy as ever to drive a new Nissan, all with low payments. 2019 Maxima, $399 a month. Or 2019 Murano, $499 a month. Or how about a 2019 Titan for $449 a month? And the best car buying experience you've ever had, I guarantee it. Come see why all roads lead to Joe Mockins Nissan.
KOMU 8 cares about the safety of your community. It's time for the Crime Stoppers Report.
Keith Turner is wanted for parole violation with original felony charges of shoplifting, property damage, stolen property, and extortion. Also wanted is Christopher Baker for 3 counts of failure to appear with original charges of felony assault and stealing.
Crime Stoppers is brought to you by Command Security and Sound, the name to trust. Remember, you can fight crime by calling Crime Stoppers at 875-TIPS.
At Hy-Vee, we'll do whatever it takes to partner with the best Midwest ranchers and bring you the highest quality beef. Less than 10% of all USDA choice beef is even good enough to be called Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. And you'll save with fuel savers, price declines, and mega meat sales. We'll do whatever it takes to bring you the best tasting meat at the best price. Because we're Hy-Vee, and we'll do whatever it takes.
Closed captioning of KOMU 8 News is brought to you by Genesis Laser and Vein, a KOMU 8 Salute to Service partner.
He snores like a wild animal.
So we came to FFO Home Sleep Center.
With an adjustable base and a new Natural Elements mattress, we're both sleeping better than ever.
FFO Home, where great quality furniture lives for less. Have a sweet dream on this Serta Mannheim Queen mattress, only $7.99 at FFO Home. It'd be a nightmare to pay over $1,400 somewhere else, and you could take it home today at FFO Home, where you get the lowest price every day.
More trucks for less bucks. It's Truck Month, and year after year, October is always the best time to buy a new truck. And Bob McCosh is always the best place to buy it. While they last, save up to 26% off remaining 2019 Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierras at Bob McCosh. See your savings right now at bobmccosh.com. Find new roads to #1 business loop, Columbia. Chevrolet makes the truck. Bob McCosh makes the difference.
Welcome back. The Colleges of Engineering and Veterinary Medicine at Mizzou received a large gift today. Ken Donahue is an MU alum and donated $1.7 million to the college. Donahue says he wants to honor his family's legacy. The money will support diversity initiatives and shelter medicine.
All right, take a look here at our almanac today. You can see the high temperature was actually 52 degrees. Low temperature was 42. So overall, a little below average, you can say. The average high temperature this time of year is 64. By the way, that 52-degree mark, if you're wondering, that 52 was actually closer to midnight because we've been in the middle 40s pretty much all afternoon long. So 40s all day as expected, at least during the daytime. For precipitation, remember, for the month and for the year, we're doing okay, but we do have some more on the way, and that's really going to affect our temperatures. The next couple days, we're just in the middle 50s, well below average, about 10 degrees below average. Then we are up to seasonal at 63 on Sunday, but that's likely the last seasonal day we're going to have. Certainly the rest of this month, but even for the beginning of November, because you can see our temperatures are really going to drop down next week. Monday, we're in the middle 50s again, but then we're only in the 40s on Tuesday, and much of the rest of next week, we'll see high temperatures only reaching the 40s, meaning we're much colder than that for most of the day and especially overnight. Now, take a look here. This is our big picture, and you can see as we head into next week, the middle of next week, all this cold air really starts to push in, and that's going to continue even as we head into November as well. So again, there's that big chill that's going to be rolling in, and it's going to be a big dip in that jet stream, and that cold air is pretty much overspreading the majority of the United States. The only folks that are really going to see a break from this are those right along the East Coast and down into Florida. Those folks will still be warm, if not even above average, as you can see here. Some above average temperatures, and this is for November 1st through November 7th. About a 60% chance that even still that first week of November, we're dealing with below average temperatures. Again, 60% chance of that here in the state of Missouri and going up to the north towards Canada. Meanwhile, the rest of the United States also on the cool down, but we could be feeling the brunt of that cool down actually here in mid-Missouri, at least when you look at more below average than elsewhere. Take a look here at our satellite and radar, and you can see here we have this cold front that's just to our south now, but all the moisture is pretty much on the back end of it. And if we zoom in a little closer, I actually do want to show you this too before I do zoom in. Right here in the Gulf of Mexico, there is a system developing, and that is actually going to move further to the north. So when I'm talking about rain on Saturday, that's actually from this system right here that's going to push up. So that's what we're watching for that one. But for right now, we have, again, some snowfall over in the panhandle of Texas, dumping about 1 inch per hour there, just north of Amarillo, north of Lubbock there too. And you can see all this rainfall that's over in Oklahoma. That's what's heading our direction, and that's what's going to be here within the next few hours, actually. It's here by 7 p.m., 8 p.m. We're going to see rainfall overspreading mid-Missouri. Just light rain expected. We could have some moderate rainfall every now and then, but light rain for the most part. And that will then continue overnight and then push to the south right around sunrise. I do still think we could have some sprinkles south of Interstate 70 around sunrise tomorrow morning with a lot of cloud cover. And we could even have some mist and some fog, decreasing visibility in some locations too. So don't be too surprised if you see that tomorrow morning. For our total rainfall accumulation overnight and early tomorrow morning, we're looking at about 1/4 inch or less for most of us, especially along and south of Interstate 70, really between about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch there, with lesser amounts to the north. But I do think folks to the north will still see just a little bit of rainfall coming in overnight tonight. Then as we continue on here, this is our Friday morning. Again, that rainfall down to our south. We're going to be cloudy for the majority of our morning hours. By the afternoon, here's 4 p.m. You can see sunshine to the north of I-70, still cloud cover to the south, though. A lot of that should start to clear a little bit overnight, but some folks might remain cloudy even the entire day tomorrow if you live closer to that Interstate 44 corridor, because remember, then we have that system coming in from the south that's going to give us rain Saturday morning, and that's kind of going to be off and on. The majority of that rainfall, I do think the heaviest stuff will be off to our east and to our south, but I do think we'll have passing showers off and on throughout the day on Saturday, starting in the morning, continuing in the afternoon and in the evening also. But we do start to clear things out as we head into our day on Sunday, and then for next week, remember that big chill is going to start to move in. Now tonight our low temperature is going to be just right around 40 degrees, so again, a chilly night all night long, and then tomorrow we're up to around 53, mostly cloudy, but some sunshine, especially north of Interstate 70 late in the day, and then looking ahead, we're still warmer on our Sunday, remember, 63 degrees there for our high. But then we're down from there, 55 on Monday, 47 on Tuesday. Highs only in the lower and middle 40s on Wednesday and on Halloween. Lows around the 30-degree mark. It's going to be chilly.
Kenton, thanks. This year you'll have fewer shopping days between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which changes retail strategy.
We'll tell you about the surprise call for the government to forgive student loans. The surprise being who's making that call and what he also did. Also, a closer look at a fast-growing social media app and why some warn it could be a national security threat when we see you tonight.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax. The versatile Chevy